Lao Tzu was the Chinese sage behind Taoism, the voice of the Tao Te Ching, a book of short verses that seem simple and keep revealing new layers. At the center of his teaching stands the Tao, the way the breeze moves through the grass, how a river finds its bed, how life unfolds when we stop getting in the way. He said, simplicity is born when you stop carrying what is not yours. Outdated roles, heavy expectations, stories about who you should be. He spoke of Pu, the uncarved block, the whole, natural wood before the knife. Without cuts, it carries every possible shape. To live simply is to stay close to that uncarved state, open, whole, free from unnecessary demands. That matters even more today. Modern life pulls us toward more hurry, more noise, more comparison. Even spirituality can become a trophy. Simplicity is the way back to yourself. When you drop what is not essential, you hear the quiet signals inside, a gentle yes, an honest no, and the next step appears. From stillness, right action rises on its own. Let's walk with Lao Tzu to learn how to live simply in a world that wants you always wanting more. 1. Reclaim your uncarved block. The uncarved block holds its own perfection. In Taoism, Pu is the image of your original nature. Before the world cuts us into shapes, be this, don't be that, we are raw wood, whole, full of possibility. Over time, culture and expectation carve poses. We turn into statues and forget how it felt to be wood. The path is return, not disguise. It is not becoming someone new. It is remembering what was always there. Not a becoming, a coming home. Simple and powerful practices. Silence that returns you. Step out of your roles for a while. Mother, father, leader, employee, seeker. Sit near water. Walk in a park. Rest without a goal. The need to perform loosens, and the scent of raw wood appears. Play that frees. The uncarved block is childlike. Not childish, but alive with surprise. Watch children. A stone becomes treasure. A shadow turns into a game. Bring that back. Slow your pace. Look closely. Let the ordinary amaze you. Laugh easily. Trade routine for curiosity. Reclaiming Pu does not erase your story. It simply puts back your base and body. You are not only your title and goals, you are whole wood. Returning to that wholeness is real freedom. 2. Own only what serves your spirit. Who knows that enough is enough truly has enough. Desire is not a sin. It is life pulsing. But some desires keep us in rhythm with the Tao, and some pull us off key. Some are natural. You feel hungry, you eat. Tired, you rest. Cold, you reach for a blanket. They come and go, like seasons. Others are learned, proving worth, hoarding, shining brighter than the neighbor. Those never end. The more you feed them, the bigger they grow. 3 Taoist treasures: compassion, humility, and moderation. Moderation is taking what you truly need and letting the rest move on. When we forget, wanting turns into clutter. Objects gather like leaves in a stream until the flow of days shrinks into a drip. Look at nature. Nothing hoards. Trees receive light and give back shade. Rivers carry only what they can and deliver to the sea what they do not need. When we pile up things, gadgets, clothes, decorations, we slip out of rhythm. What we own starts to own us. A new phone demands a case, headphones, insurance, a bag. And suddenly, an afternoon becomes comparing models, while the sunset unfolds alone. Guiding question. Does this help me live or just keep me busy? Keep what you use and love, not more than needed. One pair of shoes that takes you far is worth more than a stuffed closet. One special mug that you hold every morning calms more than a shelf of forgotten cups. Start small. One drawer, one shelf. Hold each item and ask, do I really use this? Does it make my day lighter? If not, pass it on. Someone needs it. You gain space. 3. Guard your speech. Talk less. Mean more. Those who know do not speak. Those who speak do not know. Words can align with the Tao or tie us to the ego. Over-explaining, showing off, interrupting to sound clever. They tire you and confuse others. Speaking less, choosing better, brings light. Simple practices. A pause before. Am I speaking because it is needed, or because I want attention? In a meeting, an interruption rises to your lips. Breathe. Sometimes the conversation moves without you. If your voice is needed, your words will come later and come whole. A pause after. When you finish a sentence, don't rush to fill the silence. Feel what lingers in the air. This pause lets your words settle and gives weight to what matters. With time, you start to hear what needs no words, tone, breath, intentions. And when you speak, your phrases come clean, not from the urge to impress, but from your center. Dialogue becomes simpler. Silence stops being awkward and becomes home. 4. Live in rhythm with nature. Man follows the earth. Earth follows heaven. Heaven follows the Tao. The Tao follows what is natural. Want to simplify? Watch nature. The tree does not debate to grow. It grows. The river does not force its way. It runs. The tree does not wish to be taller. The river does not fight the rock. It bends around. Nothing pretends to be what it is not, and yet everything fulfills itself. We complicate life when we fight the rhythms. We override the body's sleep, ignore seasons on our plate, speed up when it was time to draw in, then we're surprised at the weight we feel. Balance is returning to yin and yang, active rest, calm action, night and day, silence and speech. Partners, not rivals. A simple day in rhythm. Morning, yang wakes. Before screens, silence. Breathe naturally. Feel the world being born with you. Exhale and clear out yesterday. Midday, yang is high. Do, create, move. Like water running down a mountain, effortless yet unstoppable. Notice the line between honest productivity and empty rush. Evening, yin returns. Slow down. Walk if you can. Review the day. Desires that pulled you, tensions that appeared, and drop your leaves like a tree in autumn. Night, deep yin, rest. Lay down your badges and masks. Not worker, not me searching for me. Just being. The body repairs, the mind clears, the spirit settles. Bring this rhythm into your home. Natural light, fresh air, clear space, fewer distractions. Eat what matches the season. Less force to make life work. More availability to notice that balance was already there. 5. Stop forcing. Wu Wei, the master does nothing, yet nothing remains undone. Has life grown heavy? You may be pushing against the current. We force outcomes, images, people, even inner peace. Tension becomes habit. Wu Wei is not doing nothing. It is acting in harmony, action without needless strain, decision flowing from what is real. How to practice. Notice where you tighten. Do you micromanage every detail? Squeeze others to fit your mold. Demand inner calm by force. When you notice, stop. Breathe slowly. Ask, what is actually happening? And what is the simplest step that fits now? Sometimes it is waiting. Sometimes it is bending around the rock instead of blasting through it. This way you waste less energy fighting what is. Choices clarify. Relationships soften. The way you treat yourself becomes kinder. You stop demanding perfection and start maturing. Challenges do not vanish. You change. The constant battle becomes a walk along the river. 6. Fast the heart-mind. Xin Zhai. Empty yourself of everything. Let the mind rest in peace. The 10,000 things rise and fall. The being watches the return. Zhuangzi, heir to Lao Tzu's spirit, described Xin Zhai, fasting of the heart-mind. It is not fasting from food. It is fasting from opinions, judgments, recycled worries. Someone turns on a radio inside your head, and you forget where the button is. A practice that fits real life. 5 to 10 minutes, morning or night. Sit where you will not be interrupted. When a thought appears, notice it, and let it go, like a cloud crossing the sky. Slowly, the inner lake grows still, and the scene outside becomes sharp. A tree is a tree again. A person is a person without good/bad glued on. Simplicity finds you from within. A practical example. You send a message and only silence returns. The mind spits stories. Did I say something wrong? Are they angry? What if? With Xin Zhai, you see the story trying to kidnap you, and you come back. The fact is only this: silence. Suddenly, waiting stops being punishment, and you return to the minute you are living. Closing, rising to the peak, everything Lao Tzu taught is an invitation to return. Less posing, more truth. Less noise, more listening. Less strain, more flow. When you reclaim the uncarved block, choose the essential. Speak when it matters. Breathe with the world's rhythm. Stop forcing and fast the mind. Life simplifies on its own. Here is my invitation, sincerely, to practice with us. Try this today. Clear one drawer. Walk at sunset. Take 3 deep breaths before you speak. Choose one object to give away. Sit for 5 minutes doing nothing. Tomorrow, begin again. Little by little, your inner home changes. If this message touched you and you want more practical wisdom for a lighter life, take 3 steps now and help this vision reach those who need it. 1. Like this video. 2. Subscribe to the channel. TOP 5 Voices of Wisdom. 3. Share it with someone who is longing for simplicity. Write in the comments, to seal your direction, I choose to live simply, in flow, presence, and peace. When truth guides you, the path may grow emptier, but it becomes far more your own, and it is exactly on that path that peace lives.